I never thought my own home in the dusty outskirts of Tucson, Arizona, would become a battlefield. But that night, 7 years ago on my 25th birthday, everything shattered. I'm Sarah Jenkins now, a trauma counselor in this sun-baked corner of the West, helping folks untangle their knots of pain while mine still twisted deep inside. Irony doesn't begin to cover it. I'd built a life here, far from the chaos. But chaos has a way of tracking you down like a coyote in the night. The knocking started at 2:17 a.m., I remember, because I'd been staring at the clock, wondering if Mom would even text me happy birthday. The door rattled like thunder in a summer storm. "Open up. Sarah, I know you're in there." It was Hank's voice, slurred with whiskey and fury, the kind that echoes through trailer parks and ranch houses alike out here. My heart slammed against my ribs. Before I could grab my phone, I heard her, Mom, pleading softly. "Hank, honey, let's head back." She's probably asleep, but the pounding only got louder. She needs to learn some damn respect, filling her head with that women's lib crap. I'd left a pamphlet from a local shelter at their place last visit, hoping Mom might see it. Guess he found it first. Through the peephole, I saw him, big as a bull, face flushed under the porch light, and Mom behind him, phone up, recording like it was some evidence for a rainy day. "Mom, what the hell?" I whispered to myself, but out loud. My voice cracked. "Mom, stop this."
"I'm sorry."
"Sweetie," she whimpered back. "I'm getting it on video for the lawyers, so they see the real him." Evidence? The word burned in my gut. She was just standing there, letting him terrorize me, turning my fear into some twisted proof. The door buckled, wood splintering like dry kindling. Hank barreled in, boots crunching debris, reeking of cheap bourbon and that aftershave Mom always got him, sickly sweet, like overripe mesquite. "There you are," he growled, eyes pinning me like a rattlesnake. "Think you're too good for us now? City girl with her fancy job." I backed up, phone in hand. "Hank, I don't want trouble." His hand flew out, cracking across my face, sending me spinning into the side table. Pain exploded in my ribs, sharp, like a cactus spine. I hit the floor, tasting blood, world tilting. Why wasn't she stopping him? In my head, screams echoed. This can't be real. She's my mom. Why film instead of fight? But she just stood there, phone steady, tears silent. "Always so dramatic," he sneered, looming. "Just like your ma." Playing the victim card. Through blurry eyes, I saw her in the doorway, still recording, lips moving in silent apology. No step forward. No yell for help, just that damn phone. His boots slammed my shoulder, flipping me over. The ceiling fan whirred above, mocking the storm below. My thumb mashed the emergency button, SOS mode, set up months ago for just in case. Sirens wailed in the distance, cutting his rant. "You turned her against me. 7 years I've put up with you, ungrateful." Panic flashed in his eyes as cops burst in, tackling him. One checked me, gentle but firm. Fragments after, EMTs. Stretcher wheels squeaking. Mom telling an officer about her video like she was the hero. Hospital lights buzzed overhead, cracked ribs, dislocated shoulder, concussion. Nurse Maria held my hand during the reset, her eyes kind. Mom hovered in the corner, phone clutched, not hugging me.
"Why?"
My mind screamed. Why document my pain instead of ending it? Morphine blurred edges, but memory sharpened. Dad died when I was 8, lung cancer from years in the mines. Quick as a flash flood. He whispered, "Be strong for Mom."
Sarah.
Promise. I did. For 4 years. We were a duo in our little ranch house, grilling burgers under stars when grief hit hard. I'd curl up with her during monsoons. Not for my fear, but hers. We mended. Ragged but real. Then Hank Dawson sauntered in at a support group in Phoenix. Charming as a rodeo star. Flowers every Wednesday. Remembering her tea just right. Even won me over, taught me to fix a flat tire. Showed up to my science fair. He makes me laugh again, Mom said. Eyes sparkling. Okay with you, kiddo? At 12. I nodded. Wanted her happy. Wedding was simple, courthouse in Tucson. Him in a crisp Western shirt. Her beaming. He pulled me aside. Not replacing your dad. But I'll look after you both. Family now. Changes crept in like sagebrush, overtaking land. Mom's quilting circle? Waste of time gossiping. Brunch with Aunt Lisa? We need family nights. Friends faded. Money next, joint accounts for security. He handled bills. Let me ease your load. Linda. Her cards vanished. Saving for Sarah's college. By 14, she asked permission for groceries. He's just careful, she'd say. But careful feels like chains, I thought. Stomach nodding. He picked her outfits. That skirt's too flashy. Schedules. Don't drive at night alone. Phone checks. Just keeping you safe. Love twisted into ownership. Protection into prison. I threw myself into school clubs, sports, to escape the suffocating air. Teachers praised ambition. Only Mr. Ramirez saw through. Home okay? Sarah? I wanted to spill. How Hank's mood poisoned everything. How Mom flinched at slammed doors. How she'd lost her spark. Instead, fine. Summer before college. I tried. Mom tending her cactus garden. Only hobby left. You don't have to live like this. She froze. For a second, hope flickered. Then, Hank loves us. His way. This isn't love. Mom, it's control. Slap stung. But her shock hurt more.
I'm sorry.
But you can't say that. If he hears. Cage recognized. But freedom terrified her more. I focused on me applied to University of Arizona. Close but far enough. Acceptance felt like air after drowning. High school was my fortress. In by dawn. Out late, library. Rehearsals. Burning out, friends said. Just busy, I lied. Home. Navigate Hank storms. Tight jaw. Stay silent. Fake cheer. Play along. Silence? Invisible. But he cornered me. Psychology major? Analyzing us. Just interesting. Ungrateful. After all I've done. Words like venom. Junior year. Papers on abuse. Shelter plans. We can leave tonight. She trashed them. Hank gives us everything. Slap again. You don't understand real life. Freedom scarier than chains. I stopped saving her. Saved myself. College beckoned. Too far, Hank scoffed. Stay local. Mom backed me. She earned it. Rare spark. But guilt trailed. Psych classes mirror her life. Became counselor to heal others. Since I couldn't her. Hospital bed. Watching her check phone for his bail news. Clarity hit. Couldn't save her. But could make him face justice legally. Methodically. Purpose ignited. Fiercer than desert sun. Waking in that sterile Tucson hospital room. The beeps of machines syncing with my pounding head. I felt the shift inside me like tectonic plates grinding. Mom Linda sat twisting her hands, murmuring apologies that rang hollow against the four drips' steady rhythm. He didn't mean it.
Sarah.
The drinking. Work stress. Her words floated. But my mind dove deeper, churning through the sediment of years. How did we get here? I wondered. Pain meds blurring edges, but sharpening regrets. Was it my fault for leaving? For not fighting harder? The cops had hauled Hank off in cuffs, his bellows echoing down the hall. Detective Ramirez, no relation to my old teacher, but same steady gaze, took my statement. We'll charge him with burglary. Assault. Your mom's video helps. Helps? It condemned her too. In my eyes. She could have called 911, screamed, anything but play director to my horror show. Why film when you could save? The question looped, a thorn in my soul. But as Ramirez noted details, my SOS trigger, the broken door, I realized this was the spark. 7 years of simmering, now boiling over into action. Discharged with painkillers and a sling, I drove home alone, Mom trailing in her pickup. The apartment looked violated.
Door taped shut by maintenance.
Inside, I collapsed on the couch, staring at splintered wood. He thought he'd break me. I thought, anger coiling like a spring. But he just handed me the weapon. That night, sleep evaded, mind racing, restraining order first. Then documentation. Every text, call, incident from years back. Psychology training kicked in, abuse patterns, coercive control. Hank fit the profile. Charm to hook. Isolate. Dominate. Next day, I called a lawyer. Ms.
Elena Vargas.
A no-nonsense attorney from a local women's legal aid in Phoenix. Domestic violence case? She asked over coffee at a roadside diner. Dust devils swirling outside. I laid it out. Dad's death. Mom's grief. Hank's infiltration. He's controlled her finances. Friends. Everything. And now me. Vargas nodded. Eyes sharp. Arizona laws clear on stalking. Assault. But for long-term abuse, we build a pattern. Your mom's video is gold, shows intent.
But Mom?
She wavered. Sarah.
He's sorry.
Called from jail. Crying. Crying? My inner voice snarled. Manipulating. More like. We argued in her kitchen. Saguaro cacti shadowing the window. He stole your independence.
Mom.
Remember who you were? Tears welled. I was lost after your dad. Hank saved us. Saved or enslaved. Conflict tore me. Love for her clashing with fury at her blindness. How do I pull her out when she's clinging to the chains? Weeks blurred into strategy. I filed for protection order, granted. Hank barred from 500 yards. He made bail.
Slunk back to their ranch.
Mom visited secretly, pleading. Give him a chance. But I dug deeper. Inner turmoil fueling me. Am I abandoning her again? Nights.
Idé pace under status skis.
Questioning. Therapist. Heal thyself.
But how?
When the wound's family. Fleshbucks haunted. Postwedding. Hank's grip tightened. Mom's job at the feed store?
Quit.
Focus on home. Her savings? Funneled into his investments. Shady real estate flips in the desert. I'd overhear fights. Where's my money? Hank. Our money. Linda. Trust me. By 16. I worked part-time at a diner. Saving for escape. Hiding cash in my truck's glove box. Freedom's price. I thought. Serving plates to truckers while Hank's shadow loomed. College at UA was liberation dorms. Classes on trauma cycles. But calls home. Mom's voice thinner. Excuses thicker. He's stressed from work. Stressed? Or sadistic? I sent articles anonymously, abuse signs. Escape plans. She ignored. Guilt gnawed. Should I drop out? Go back?
No, graduate.
Started practice in Tucson. Helping ranch wives escape their Hanks. Irony bit hard.
Now.
Post-assault. Vargas spilt the case. We subpoenaed bank records. Hank's fraud evident. Embezzling from mom's inheritance. Hidden in LLCs masquerading as cattle ops. Financial abuse, Vargas said. Arizona recognizes it in divorce.
Divorce?
Mom balked. I can't, but seeds planted. Inner conflict raged. Push her, or let her drown. Love means tough choices. Hank violated the order, drove by my office. Glaring. Cops arrested him again. In court. He played victim. She's turning my wife against me. Judge wasn't fooled. Extended order. Mandated anger management. But he smirked leaving, whispering to his lawyer. He thinks he'll win. I seethed internally. Underestimate me at your peril. Mom started therapy, my referral, not me treating. Sessions unearthed pain. I feel trapped.
Sarah.
But leaving. Terrifying. Like me that night. I thought. Empathy surging over anger. We talked under porch lights. Cicadas chirping. Remember Dad's barbecues? You laughed freely.
Tears.
Hank changed me.
No.
You let him. My mind accused. But allowed. We can change back. 6 months in. Breakthrough. IRS audit on Hank's business. Tips from me anonymous.
Via Vargas.
Evasion charges loomed. He raged via text to Mom. Your daughter's ruining me. She showed me. Trembling. What do I do? Document. Always. Echo of her video. But now weaponized against him. Inner monologues intensified. Am I becoming him? Controlling through law? No, justice. Not vengeance. But doubt lingered. Emotional weight pressing like desert heat. Mom moved in temporarily, her choice. We cooked Dad's recipes. Shared stories. Healing flickered. Hank's trial neared, assault. Burglary. But bigger, federal fraud probe.
Purpose solidified.
But so did the ache. Winning means breaking her heart too. Is justice worth the cost? As the case snowballed. My nights filled with restless thoughts. The vast Arizona sky outside my window mocking my inner storm. What if this destroys Mom forever? Replaying her tearful confessions. Hank wasn't always like this, she'd say. Clutching coffee, like a lifeline. But evidence mounted. Old emails from his ex.
Un'arte via su poena.
Painting a predator. He isolated me too, she wrote. Patterns emerged, fueling my resolve. But twisting the knife of empathy. Vargas expanded. Civil suit for emotional distress. Medical bills. Will hit his assets. Ranch. Trucks. Hank's lawyer. A slick Phoenix type named Harlan. Push settlement. Drop it.
Yes.
Jenkins. He's offering therapy funding. I laughed inwardly. Therapy? After years of trauma? Meeting in his office. Desert sun glaring through blinds. I stared him down. No deal. He pays fully. Mom wavered more. Sarah. Maybe forgiveness. Forgiveness? My mind roared. After he cracked my ribs. Stole your life? But her eyes pleaded. Echoing my own conflict. She's a victim too. Pushing too hard might shatter her. We attended support groups together. Women from border towns sharing stories. One night, a rancher's wife said, leaving saved me, but forgiving healed me. Words burrowed deep, challenging my black and white justice. Hank's brother, Tom, contacted, estranged, living in Nevada. He's done this before, he confided over phone. voice shaky. To our mom. Girlfriends. I stayed silent too long. Testimony added layers. Witness intimidation. Old assaults buried in small-town deals. Federal agents joined. Money laundering through land flips. Bigger fish, Agent Ruiz said. But your case cracked it. Inner turmoil peaked. Am I using law as revenge? Or breaking cycles? Therapy helped, my own sessions unpacking guilt. You survived.
Sarah.
Honor that. Mom's progress. She filed for divorce. Reclaiming bank access. Scary, but right. Pride swelled. Mixed with fear. What if Hank flips? Drags her down? Media caught wind, local news. Then national. Arizona woman turns tables on abuser. Interviews humanized. Abuse rewires you. My mom filmed to survive. In her way. Backlash hit, threats from online trolls. Lying witch, do they see the pain? I agonized. But support poured. Donations for shelters. Women sharing. Purpose evolved, from personal reckoning to communal healing. Hank attempted suicide in jail hanging. Detective called. On watch now. Anger flared. Cowards exit. But pity crept. What broke him first? Mom cried. He needs help. Help. After everything? Conflict tore. Justice versus humanity. We visited, supervised. He looked diminished. Eyes hollow. Sorry, he muttered. Didn't mean. Mom forgave softly. I couldn't yet. Trial loomed. Emotions raw. Winning might empty me. I feared. But onward. Courtroom air thickened with tension. The hum of spectators like buzzing bees in a Sonoran hive. Hank sat shackled, a deflated version of the bully who'd haunted us. My testimony poured out, 7 years documentation, logs, recordings, financial trails. He didn't just assault me. He eroded our family. Cross-exam, Harlan probed. Provoked him with that pamphlet? If resources provoke. What does that say? Jury nodded. But inside, I quaked. Exposing our pain worth it? Mom's turn shattered me. In a simple dress. Voice steady. I filmed because fear paralyzed me. But that video? It's our truth. Tears flowed, hers.
Meaning.
She's reclaiming herself. I thought. Heart aching with love and loss. Witnesses piled. Tom. Exes. Accountants. Fraud exposed. Hundreds of thousands siphoned. Deliberation. Hours felt eternal. Guilty. All counts. Sentencing. Judge Alvarez. Stern. Mr. Dawson. You weaponized trust. 25 years. Restitution full. Hank crumbled. No lunge, just defeat. Mom whispered. It's over. But my soul whispered back. Not yet. Healing's the real trial. Post-trial. Foundation launched. Jenkins Survivor Network. Aiding Western women with legal aid. Counseling. Mom joined. Advocating. I was complicit from fear. But freedom's possible. Hank appealed.
But lost.
In prison. He sought therapy, rumors via Tom.
Redemption?
Doubt lingered. Emotions deeper. Forgive to free myself? Weary built, Mom in her own place. Me counseling with renewed empathy. Lesson light. Justice mends. But compassion heals. Years later. Under Tucson's golden sunsets. Peace settled like rain on parched earth. Hank's letters came, remorseful.
From prison programs.
I see now. Broke cycles starting with my own dad. Mom visited him. Forgiving. I followed. Guard up. You awakened me. Sarah. No full absolution. But understanding dawned. Abuse chains all, victim. Abuser. Our foundation thrived, saving hundreds. Mom remarried gently. I found love too. Lesson. Revenge burns out. Humane justice endures. Teaching empathy breaks chains. We won, not by destroying, but transforming pain into purpose.
Free at last.